Hi guys, thank you for watching a tutorial series where you can join me, edit and process my images. Let's jump straight into the first image. So we have Patrick Topping here at Trick Tenerife. I really like this image. Lovely foreground. We've got some people with the phones in the air. You know, we've got there's a lot going on. Patrick at center focus. He's in focus as well, which is really good. Nice and sharp. And we have these lights and lasers going over the top of him. The lasers look like they're moving as well, which is quite cool. So we're just going to jump straight in, and I'm going to whack on a preset. It's called Cine Warm Blue. It's this one here. This is one that I use all the time. I really like it. Let me just take the crop off. Yeah, you can download presets online or you can create your own. This one's something that I've created myself. It's really easy to do. If you haven't done it before, just have a little Google. But yeah, so I've got my preset on. So that hasn't changed much. It's changed some of the color profiles. But as I start working through the image, you'll start realizing what it's changed. So the image is super blue. We want to change that. So slide it to the right. We want to go opposite direction because we want to bring out some more natural colors. I don't want to lose the blue completely because I like the blue, so we're going to go just a touch to the right. The image is really faded. The spotlights are clearly hitting something in the air, and as I'm shooting through the air, it's becoming hazy. So the next thing to do would be to dehaze. This is a really good feature. It helps like bring contrast into the image, a little bit more detail, and it's really handy. So yeah, I'm gonna whack on quite a lot of dehaze. So straight away, the image is looking better. That's looking really good. Next, texture. I'm just going to increase this to about 10. I don't want to go too wild on that. So yeah, texture, clarity, same again, just minimal touch. I'm going to go down to this slider at the bottom, the detail slider, and I'm just going to increase the noise control to about 26. I always stay around like the 20s, and that just softens the image. You got to remember, if you do this too much, you'll lose a lot of detail, and yeah, the image just looks a bit too soft and not so much natural, a bit of brushed. Another really handy feature, if you've got a Mac as well, Option key. But this is a really handy feature, the sharpening tool. So as you can see, when you press the shift on the Mac, you can see what the mask is applying to the sharpening mask. We want to apply it to mainly all areas, but I want to try and apply it just to the areas that I'm looking to improve. So straight away, before and after, it's looking pretty good. We've not really done much. Next thing's going to be the highlights. So I'm going to bring down the highlights quite a lot actually. I don't want to lose these bright spotlights. I like them. You can see as we go down, the spotlights become less apparent. So I'm going to bring it down to about here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the brush tool, and I'm going to click Objects, Brush, Patrick. Go towards the yellow on this side, contrast, and sharpness. So now you can see that he's really popping. We've brought back a little bit more of a natural color on him as well. I mean, in all honesty, you could probably go a little bit less on the highlights just to bring out a bit more natural color, but I probably wouldn't go too much because you can see now we're losing that like highlight on him around the face, and it's becoming a little bit more dull. So I want him to look bright. So there we go. Now I'm going to do a if you go Shift M, you've got a radial brush, I think it's called. And I'm just going to bring up the texture. And what I'm doing here is I kind of want to just improve this bit here. I quite like that the phones are there, so I just want it a bit more visible. You can see as I slide back and forth, the phones, everything is in focus a little bit more. Not so much focus, but it's a little bit sharper. And I'm trying to apply it from Patrick down to like this area here, just to improve this. So I'm starting to like this now. It's looking cool. I think this is a gradual filter, sorry. I'm just going to decrease the exposure and maybe increase the contrast a little bit. You can play around with this if you wanted to. Yeah, just to make the greens a little bit more apparent. I quite like the lasers, wherever they are, lights. So yeah, I'm liking that. I'm not overly bothered about going a bit too crazy. You could, if you wanted to, Shift and M, and you can increase the lights here if you really wanted to. That was just a radial filter, so you could, you know, dim them if you wanted to, or you could increase them, and then even if you wanted to, you can change the colors as well if you wanted to go that far. But for this purpose, I quite like the way this looks. And if we compare before and after, like, we've brought back a lot of natural color now. We've got like the blue tones. Yeah, I think it's cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, there's plenty more tutorials on the way, and thank you for watching.